Well, hey there, folks. Welcome back to Midwest Horizons as my 10's Ranch series. And you notice we are in June, 1st of June. I've skipped a few months since the last episode. As a matter of fact, there will be an episode come out. I have an episode that I recorded that I have not yet edited. I had some issues here at home. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, so that episode will get out soon, and then we'll get this one out. So by the time that you guys see this, it's going to be a little bit, probably a week after this recording. But a lot of things have gone on, both in game and in my personal life. One of the things I do like about these Let's Plays is I can just chit chat with you guys and let you know how the world of Mighty Mike is going, and how things are happening here in my life. It's just kind of been a wild ride here lately. So let's get some fuel. Let's see, where is the fuel trigger there? Let's see. Is that it? No, it's not. Are we getting any fuel? Maybe back this way. Is it? What in the world? Yeah, I know I just hit the trigger. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Alright, so the harvester is repaired. It's ready to go. And we're going to get some fuel in it. You notice right here beside the field we got the clover. And it did not fill up. I guess if you get out of the... that's weird. Got out of the harvester and it quit fueling. So that's strange. So that clover is ready to go. That field's ready to go. We've got the far field. Well, you know what? Let's just look at the map while that's fueling up real quick. Look real quick. 12, 9, 8, and 80 all are ready to harvest. 12 has triticale, I think, in it. Triticale, however you say that. Yeah. 8 is barley and 80 is wheat. So we have a lot to get harvested. So what am I going to do? I was looking at the map, and I actually believe that if I can get this crop in really quickly, I can plant some soybeans in and get a double crop off this field, or these fields. The soybeans don't really help me other than getting some cash. It'll be like a cash crop, a bumper cash crop. So that'll work out really well. And that'll help pay down the loan. We've got these fields here that we'll get the grain off of. We can, of course, sell that, and then we'll get the straw. We need that to make our cow food and for the bedding as well. So we have a lot going on here in the second year, coming into summer. And so, yeah, we're kind of just hitting the ground running here on this episode. So what has been going on in game, and we'll get to the personal life here in just a little while. In game, so we bought some baby cows. I actually just kind of got tired of waiting on the dairy cows to have calves, so I decided to go on and buy some beef cows, or calves. So we bought those and put them into the grazing pasture. And as a matter of fact, I'm not having to feed them anything. They are just eating the grain. Not the grain. I'm looking at the field at the grain. Eating the grass. And it's working out really well, actually. Let's make sure our straw swath is on. Okay. Let's get going there. Drop her down. And we are harvesting. Yep, dropping the swath. Let me move over just a little bit. I don't want that air pipe to hit the pole. We should be good there. Alright, I'm going to engage cruise control. I think we're lined up pretty good. So while we're doing that real quick, I want to show you what's going on over here with the cow pen. So, down here, finishing pasture, we have 48. I just got one trailer load full. You see they're doing good. Full health, 2 months old. starting to make some money off of it. Water's good, and the grass is keeping up with those cows. So that's working out good. Got relined up there. The cow barn too, they are getting close. They're about halfway through the reproduction cycle. And then this cow barn here, nothing much other than they're just working on reproduction. Now this one here, cow barn 1, we had some babies. Look down here, we had 102 female calves and 90 male calves. So we are going to have to get those moved over. I keep bumping back over here to make sure I'm going straight. And what we need to do now is, let's see, these ones here, 192, we're going to go to the veterinary reproduction because we don't have a bull. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Yes. And notice it charged us $2,880 for the vet to come out and work his magic. So that will set up the next reproduction cycle for those cows. So what I need to do is move those male calves over to the finishing pasture because we're going to sell those off. Of course, the male dairy calves don't do you much good on a dairy. They don't make milk, in case you didn't know. So we're going to sell them. They'll be sold off for beef. They won't make a whole lot, but hey, it'll be something. And it won't really cost us anything to grow them off because the grass we have in that pen will keep them fed and they'll just grow off and we can sell them. So that will actually kind of be like free money. Not really, because we did have to feed the mama cows while they were in their reproduction cycle. We didn't get a female calf, so yeah, we kind of lost some money there, but they also were producing milk and slurry, so we did make some money back. So you can do the math on it. Might be splitting pennies there, but I'm just going to say they're free cows. We're going to make free money off of them. So a couple other things kind of to update you on with the playthrough. You see we're at $769,000. We're making money. We're really making money. I've done 1 or 2 contracts, nothing major, but we're just kind of just feeding the cows, selling the milk, putting slurry into the biogas plant, making the fertilizer, selling that, rinse and repeat. Hence why we've jumped into June. 3 months I think passed. March I believe was the last month we were recording. So we are just trying to move forward, jump forward. Now June, we're probably going to spend a little bit of time in June. Probably episode 2 or 3 maybe. Don't know for sure, but we're going to spend a little time in June because we have so much to do right now real fast. So we've got to get it done. So we've got a lot of material we can or a lot of activities we can go through to give me some material to record. And matter of fact, we just about, well, let me just shy of 80% here on that first pass down the field. I'm going to go ahead and knock off this end over here. If I can make it all the way across, I may not be able to. And we'll go grab a trailer and we'll get this unloaded. Yeah, I'll make it all the way across. I wonder what happened to that field there. There's nothing painted on the ground. Oh shoot, what's going on? What is going on here? Well, that's weird. Let's go ahead at a little bit of an angle. I think that hill has got us messed up. Yep, I think so. You see right in front of us we have the oats that we planted. They grow so fast. So the reason I wanted to plant those because I knew they would be ready very shortly after this was ready, and then we can plow these two fields together. So I'm going to go on over here And I'm going to let a helper just get set up and head back down the field. I believe we're good. Let's check her about 180. There we go. All right, let's go get a... you know what? Let's see, what do I have hooked up here? There we go. Let's grab this tractor here. So actually, I've been using this trailer some to feed the cows. It holds 200,000 liters, so it makes feeding the cows pretty quick. When I get real behind on the activities, I can use that instead of the mixing wagon. But I actually enjoy using the mixing wagon. It's kind of I don't know. I have not set up a course play or auto drive course for feeding the cows yet, because I've just quite enjoyed that. It doesn't take a lot of time, and we get to just kind of go through the activity kind of slowly. It's a good little pace. I like doing it. You know what? This is a grass field. I'm actually just going to ease across it. I'll ease across this top end here. So we've got to get this done. We're going to work on this. So let's talk about my home life. Or personal life, not home life. Personal life. What has been going on in my life? It's been a mess. An absolute mess. Trying to stay positive, but just had so much going on here lately. Still trying to get a house sold. Still trying to do some things at the new house. And, well, just recently, I guess it was 5 days ago, 6 days ago now, we had a major thunderstorm come through. Had some straight line winds rip through our property here, and well, it made a mess. We have pecan trees here that got all tore up, limbs all over the ground. Got to get those picked up, and had a little damage to our house. So working through that, trying to get that fixed. It's a pain. It's nothing major, but it's going to be a pain to get it fixed. Going to have to get roofer out and some other possible inside work due to some water damage. So yeah, it come down hard, really hard. Living down here in Florida, I'm very used to the hurricanes and the storms, and for the most part it doesn't faze me. I've been through so many of them, you just ride it out. But unfortunately, and now at this new place we do have trees nearby, and so that is a whole nother factor to the situation I'm going to have to consider going forward in the future. So yeah, just stuff to deal with. I tell you what, being an adult is hard, isn't it? Alright, so while that's working, I'm just going to let a helper go, because we need to get going on moving some slurry out of these cow pens. Now, one thing you know what we need to do first? Let's try this. Now, I believe I have a mod that is supposed to allow me to move animals from a husbandry, and I have not tried that yet. All right, let's see how this works. Let's see. We have the male Holsteins. Let's see, select, sell. Huh. That is not what I thought would happen. Well, I'm going to have to look into that. I've got to get those cows moved. I could use the trailer and move them a trailer load at a time. I guess it would be 2 loads. So we may do that. But I do believe, let's look at our menu, that pen is up to 91,000 liters of slurry. So we're going to go ahead and start loading the trailer, getting that going. This is a constant activity on this playthrough, is moving the slurry. Unfortunately, and I don't know if other animal husbandry pens will do this, but there's no way for me to send it anywhere. You know, your cow pens, it just sits there. You can't distribute it. So yeah, it's a manual process. So let's look here real quick. What do we have available? You see the solid fertilizer. We have $25,000 worth of that we could sell. We are in June and we're getting some things harvested. And here's the soybeans right here. We can plant those and still harvest this year. And then next year think about planting some other things. So that, I think, is going to work out pretty good for this year. Let's see. Yeah, where's the production? There we go. So you see pretty much nothing is running. The slurry, we're going to fill that back up and get that going again. But we don't really have any productions running just at this time. So yeah, we're just kind of in mad rush mode, trying to get some of this harvest done. So I'm going to get this filled up, get it down to the biogas plant. We'll get back to harvesting. All right, we have got the field harvested. Got the combine down here. At the end, we're going to go ahead and get the header loaded back on the trailer in a bit. We'll do that off camera. We'll leave that there. We'll hop back in the tractor and let's take this over to the semi truck. Now I have taken a couple loads already over to the silo. I'm sorry, maybe one load. One load over to the silo in the semi truck. So we will go ahead and top it off here. I think it is just about full. Now, interestingly, the triticale in the trailer looks white, like fertilizer. That is very strange. Oh my goodness, just a little dab into the trailer. All right, let's hop in the truck. And we'll head on over to the silo. So, a couple other things I forgot to mention during the last little segment. Speaking of the storm that we had here at the house and the damage we had, on top of that, we were out of power for 4 days. 4 days without power, which means I was not able to do any recording or editing. So that is part of the reason for the long delay between episodes. So, I do apologize about that. I can't do anything about it. Didn't have power. So yeah, we're in makeup mode now. We're trying to make up for some lost time. So speaking of the money in the bank account here in game, $773,000. We're going to be making some more as we go along. I have paid off a bit of the loan. You notice we're down under $9 million, just under $9 million now. So we've knocked off $1 million on the loan. So the goal is by the end of year 2 to have $2 million paid back. So we're halfway there. Halfway there. So that should be doable. I don't know. I don't know how the crops will pay out. We have quite a few crops, and depending on how things go this year in game with silage and hay and things like that, we might be able to sell a bit of silage. I've been trying to store it up. I've been hesitant to sell any of the goods that we would feed the cows, just not wanting to run out. So yeah, we might be able to sell some silage, which should bring some decent amount. We won't sell it. We'll put it into the biogas plant and make some money that way. All right, so yeah, this field is done. We got the oats over there across the way. They'll be done next month in July. So we have the clover here. We have the wheat in that field, and then we have another that is barley, and then we have a wheat field way across the road over there. So got a lot more harvesting to do. We're going to have some straw to pick up. So yeah, I think I think it's going to go well. We're on a going in a good direction here with the playthrough. I was worried. To be honest with you, I was really worried that I was not going to be able to do this. The only thing that I wish I had a way to do is to move the slurry from the cow pens, cow barns, over to the biogas plant. Kind of automated. I don't know of any way to do that. If there's a mod out there that you guys are aware of that will do that for me, let me know. I would like to kind of automate that. We're going to leave the truck there, and we're going to take the little XUV over. I have not driven this on this playthrough, I don't believe. So we're going to take it over, and I'm going to go ahead and move those dairy cows over to the finishing pasture, and I'll show you my other cows, or calves, what we picked out and have growing off over there. We did get some beef calves. Figure that would bring the most money, and they don't need anything other than grass, so they're doing well, just eating the grass. So I have yet to use this move husbandry's mod, but we're going to give it a shot here. So I believe what we'll do is we'll walk up to the barn trigger or husbandry trigger, and we're going to press M on the keyboard, and there we go. We got the animal pens. So actually, you know what? We are going to move these guys to the steer finishing pasture. We'll start, and there we go. So we can select our male calves. We have 90, so we're going to select those. And let's see, let's make sure we have 90. Yep, 90 is selected, and then it says down here, move to steer finishing pasture. So we're going to do that. Yep. And they have been moved. Very good. So now we're up to 138 animals in that pasture. So let's take a little drive down and take a look at that pasture and what's going on with it. I'll tell you, I've added this mud here underneath some of these slurry spouts. I may have overdone it just a bit. May have overdone it. So yeah, we have cows over there, and we have cows right down here to the left. That is another goal. So we do have 773,000. I do need to pay down some loans. So I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to go ahead and buy some more cows. We're going to start getting some more food here very shortly. We have still a little bit saved up. Thinking about going ahead and buying some cows with some of that money to get those started here, started growing, started reproducing, started making milk, slurry, everything for us. Long term, I think the sooner we can get them going, the better. Yeah, that's the field over there. Let me zoom out a bit. That one there, I think, has wheat. We'll have to get that harvested too. So here's the little cow, the baby cow pasture. Let's open the gate here. Let's just drive the little gator out and check them out. I don't think any will escape. Yep, there we go. We got our little baby dairy calves. There's our little limousine calves. Doing good. Very good. Very, very good. So I don't do beef cows very often. It is something I've been, toying with. It's a little different. You don't have to worry so much about the milk and slurry and manure and all that kind of stuff. You just throw them out here in a pasture and they grow. So I think that's kind of neat. That's something that around here locally I have seen a lot of. Matter of fact, the farmer right next door to me does that very thing. So that's kind of neat for me to experience here or recreate, I guess, in game. So yeah, we have the little cows, little calves over there. I did end up buying a little water tanker there. It's a little bit cheaty. I think it holds 20 or 40,000 liters. I can't remember, but it's the act of doing the activity, not really how many times I have to do it, right? So speaking of water, I want to update you on a change I made. If you recall in the last episode, I believe I mentioned about the cost of water, and it was, where is this? It was just really seemed like too much. And so, there we go, money. So it's better now. I've adjusted it. You see there, April, May was only about $2,700 versus $66,000. March was a mixed month of the elevated cost. So yeah, $2,700 seems a little bit more realistic to me. Maybe still be on the high side of things, but I can live with that. And so that's where we're going to roll with that pricing. The corner's looking good there. So yeah, on top of the fields that we need to harvest, we also need to mow some grass. So what I'm probably going to do with the grass, we're just going to get a helper out there, let them mow. We've got quite a bit of grass to get mowed. This field here, of course, we got the clover there. That giant field over there is grass. So yeah, a lot of grass to get mowed, and we're just going to let the helper go with that. I think it'll work out just fine. So we're moving along. Like I said, June is going to be a very busy month, and so a lot to do. More than one episode. Can't tell you exactly how many. It may be more than 3. I doubt it. We'll try to keep it to 3 at the most in June. But yeah, we're going to have several. I can see several on or in June. So just so much to do, so much is going on the farm. I know I could do a lot of it off camera, and I'm trying to include you guys with the journey as much as I can. There's some of these tasks that are just going to be so repetitive, and if we're going to try to make it through 3 to 4 years on this playthrough, I'm going to have to bump through some time just to get things to progress. This series, I don't want to be on it for months and months and months and months. So this is something I kind of wanted to do as a challenge. I want to work through it. A lot of it is a challenge for me personally, playing off camera. I've got to play a lot on this playthrough of this series, so it's been good, it's been fun. It gives me some time to just not record and enjoy the game, so it's kind of a good mix for me, and hopefully it's been a good mix for y'all too, as far as what I'm showing and how much I'm showing. So anyhow, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll be right back here very soon. Not much further. I won't play too much between now and the episode, or now and the next episode. So anyhow, we're going to wrap it up there, and we'll see you back here next time. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to click that thumbs up button, to subscribe to the channel if you hadn't done so already. And as always, I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope each of you have a blessed day.